Welcome back to the Jupiter podcast. I'm your host, Tom Franklin, and today we're supposed to have on Gin Zubrickas. Hopefully, he's able to make it on the show. He was having some technical difficulties. Everything was fine over on Facebook Messenger. I was doing my very best to try to contact him and talk with him. Hopefully, he can make himself come back. I was having audio issues with him, video issues with him. The same as always when it comes to my lives. It's just always a lot of just issues. I really do not like lives as much as I used to because there's always something. But on the good side of things, guys, thank you guys so very much for supporting the channel. I am now currently on my new computer. Can you guys hear me out there? Can you guys hear me out there in the land of what's it called? In the land of the internet, the Eye of Jupiter. You guys hear me out there? Go ahead and write me over here on the side. If Paul, if you want to jump on, Pam, if you want to jump on, Magic, Jim, anybody, I sent the link over in the loud and clear. Thank you. I sent a link over there in the private chat if you guys want to come on and grace your presence with the show. That's also fine. James Hood, how's it going, buddy? Maybe I can go pull it up real quick. If anybody wants to jump on, because he is having severe difficulties. I'm going to go over here and open up StreamYard real quick. I can do that now. Because of my new computer. It's been interesting to make sure that all this works. Let's see. Invite guests. Copy the link. I'm gonna throw the link over here. Hi, Serafina. Hi, babe. My baby. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on there. If you guys want to come on and jump on the show and promote whatever, it's right there. I'll show you here. James, if you want to jump on, I know you got a job now. You can hop on real quick. So we'll just go ahead and do some updates and stuff. And if it doesn't work, we'll do maybe just a half hour. It is what it is. This is one thing you guys can really help with. I do think that I am being subversively suppressed over on YouTube. I can't, of course, know for sure what to call it. What's the word? Shadow banned. I can't say for sure. Looks to me. Yeah, I got the yes, Pam. Thank you. I appreciate that. I am up to 1080 pixels, so therefore it's the high quality one that you guys can get used to and enjoy. I'm actually not even cabled into my internet, so to give you guys a little background on the computer itself, the one I was using was 10 years old. On its last leg, I had to hook an external keyboard to it. That's why a lot of my Z's and my Y's were backwards, because it was a German computer that I bought in 2014, 15, and I was using a Mexican keyboard, so the Y's and Z's were in reverse. And now I have a good old American keyboard. Now I want to push the Z for the Y, so I got to unlearn not to do that anymore. So as I was saying, I think I'm being kind of suppressed within this realm because I talk about things that they don't talk about. If we're talking about like what was the one that just got me kind of if they add like a little Wikipedia thing to it or fact check thing to it. So we talked about on my last episode I released with Carter Bushard. He's coming back on, by the way, he will be back on the 5th of December. And we are going to be talking about his book, Bigfoot, We Are Not Dumb Apes. So he's been around doing a lot of those kind of things too. So he's been abducted, and the problem was, like, I think he talked about, reptilians or something, and the YouTube algorithm did not like that. So if you guys want to go ahead and hit me a like button, hit the like button. I just woke up too. I'm going to drink some more coffee. If you guys want to hit the like button, you can go over and do that. Share it with somebody, throw it in the background, listen to the episodes. If you guys have any questions, please pop it up. You guys want to, the link is right here. The people in the chat, if you guys are over on Facebook watch it right now and you want to come on the show and you have a story you want to talk about, we have an open line right now. And we can just go ahead and talk stories. If you have anything paranormal you want to talk about, we can do that as well. I think my lady is on her way back from Champaton, the president of Mexico, was just here or is on her way here. So that's always interesting. All right. So now that I got the new PC, what does that mean? Well, that means I'll be able to work easier, work faster. So I'm not wasting my time editing because the computer I had took so long. Now I can actually do it looking up stuff, looking to get new guests, to get other guests. And I have been hitting it hard. I can tell you some of the ones that will be up on the show. Hold on. I got a phone call from Gin right now. Let's answer. Hello. Hey, what's up, dude?
I don't know. I'm doing everything right like I used to, and I was waiting in the studio. Did you see me there?
No, I did not see you in the studio. No, I'm on live right now. So,
Okay.
uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, do you want to do it like this? I can speak
I don't know. I don't know if that'll work. We can test it out real quick for shits and giggles. Hold on one second. Let me put you on speaker.
like this, man. I'm into the show.
Okay. All right. If you put it, okay.
I've got a plan here. They need to see some stuff.
I can put it on speaker. I don't know if it'll work. We can ask the people in the chat and see what they think. But yeah, we can see. I mean, I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. But so are you. Okay. Okay. All right. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Let me try it real quick. Hold on. So I'm going to put you on. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. How do I? Okay. Go ahead and say something.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
So you can see we're having technical difficulties out there today. How could you guys do me a quick? Go ahead and give me a test 1 2 3 again.
Yeah. Test 1 2 3.
All right.
Just smoke.
All right.
Okay,
let me ask the chat. Do you guys hear that out there? Do you hear again?
I can hear you really well.
Oh, I know you can hear me. I just want to know.
Yeah.
We hear again. Great. All right. We'll do it like this. I'll
Good.
just have a sore hand by the time the episode's over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta hold it up. I gotta hold it up to the
Really?
microphone.
Really?
All
Okay.
right, man.
I'm in.
All right, that's cool.
I'm
All right.
in.
Do me a favor, introduce
I'm in.
yourself and tell everybody a little bit about yourself and why you're coming out and talking to me.
Tom and I had met before on a few occasions. I've been a guest on his show, thankfully. I'm a Sasquatch, a friend. Sasquatch people here have made me their friend. It's a long story, but I'll cut to the chase. I was attacked by a bear. I like to run in the hills and all that in the mountains. I live in British Columbia in the interior. It's a beautiful land. In the southern interior, and I used to run in the mountains, and I was attacked by a female bear. Okay, and what happened is a Sasquatch. I had PTSD for 2 years, and the Sasquatch, by various ways, had got me drew me up the mountain to the top, and I had lost my PTSD. Then I thought I'd conquered it after 2 years. I didn't know that it was a Sasquatch until they screamed at the top. Okay, and I was really frightened again. So they drew me in, okay, into this, and I didn't call in for it, but now I am. They are with me. They are embedded in my cell phone. I've been with this family for 4 years at least, or 5 years now, closely. I'm getting compounded images, videos. They send me animations. I post them on Facebook. They like doing this. I dance with them. I put on music. They dance with me. They send me images every day, daily images. They're in my threads, in my videos, in my camera stills, and they're in there, and they work miracles every day with me.
Wow, what do you mean? Ken, when you say they dance with you, what do you mean by that?
Well, I go up I really like electronic music now. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's something about the music in electronic music that takes me up to certain levels.
Okay.
Maybe it's vibrational. I don't know, but I like it, and so I bring that up the mountain with me now, and I'll put down the music and dance, and then I come home, so they'll bring themselves to me in through the cell phone while I'm up in an area of theirs, okay, or any other areas of any other families, and there are many here, okay, that I go to, so it happens there while I'm there, okay. I'm not taking the pictures; they are. They're making movies of me. So the one time I went up there, I put down the cell phone, and I was at a porthole place actually in the forest up there, and I started dancing
You
because
run
I love to dance.
Well, the thing is, so many things happening to you again up there in British Columbia where you're living, and for you, it's common play. So when you blast through something like I was in a portal, you're gonna have to slow down and explain, like, kind of backtrack and go into that.
Okay, well, beyond my comprehension, the Sasquatch were teaching me about how to recognize tree portholes. They opened up one a few years ago. It was in between two pine trees in an area that they frequented, that they set up structures, and they used to gift me there, and I'd go there. We called it the special area. We played the stone game there. We played stones together. They woke me gifts. I fed them sometimes. I mostly just put down tobacco for them and reciprocate. Yeah. So they became my family, like part of me. Okay, they're my best friends. And when Portal, I didn't know was happening. It was a really odd thing. Something I knew clearly was happening. This happened 2 years ago. The first porthole opened. They actually showed me what had happened. Is the atmosphere? It was spring, still snow on the ground. The atmosphere, the whole air changed, and a mist would come in, a gray kind of mist. It was odd. It was freaky, and it was unnerving. Okay, I didn't know what was happening until I got images of entities running up and down to the trees, like images of beings running up and down the trees. Okay. So by and by, like after a while, I knew what it was. They had taught me this, how to recognize by their ground structures. They came in a U shape. Okay. So it's like a U shape, 3 sticks, like in a U shape. Okay. And that is a porthole symbol. Okay, 3 logs, right? And then they open up another one, second one, and this is the third one. When I'm speaking about dancing, it was already 2 years later, and I'm at the third porthole that they're opening up. Okay, and they're putting in all ground structures. They're moving trees around. They're making images on the ground, and they make jokes, and they show me actually what is gonna. There's a portal.
I'm going to ask you a personal question. I can show images over on your Facebook. There's a picture there. Can I show that on the live? Am I allowed to? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, please do. Yes, please do. Please do any movies. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and you can see me over. You can see the actual live stream over on your side. You can talk about what we're.
No, I can't at all. Okay. But you know what? It's all good. Just show any image you want. I don't know which one you're bringing up.
Okay, it's a picture that you posted September the 14th. It says Sasquatch ground art, a pine cone party just smashing.
Now what they're doing. Okay, now if anybody's familiar with earth changes, or the earth changes that are happening now, the spiritual changes that are happening now, this coincides. The Sasquatch were showing me how to ascend and go through these changes. Okay, and to enter into the 5th dimension. Okay, I didn't know at the time. I went through a process of self-discovery. It was horrifying for me. I had to look at. They taught me to look at myself, my full history, in essence, good, evil, Jesus, all this stuff, and they actually introduced Jesus back into my life.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, please go into that. Please go into that, because that's interesting.
They showed me that the Christ was real by images on the phone, and showed me on the mountains, like by pictures, and mostly on the phone for imaging. I had to witness a lot of pilgrimages by people. The Last Judgment up on the mountain here, my mountain, actually. Jesus was on the top. They showed me all this, and they'd also put down Christian crosses. They always do. They still do to this day. They're omnipresent. Okay, I called them Christian crosses because I didn't know what else to identify them as, right? But they are a symbol of Jesus Christ. They know Jesus. They know Jesus from that era.
Right.
They know the past historical images they send me. They send me current images, and they send me images from the future. For
Well,
example, they showed me one place I was at that I frequented was near a hydro station. Okay, and I was taking pictures around there, and they showed me the same area, the hydro station in the future, and it had black domes. Okay, that they were like mounds, like they're spheres, like the tops of spheres, and they were all black, like a new way of energy, new energy that was going to be there in the future. They also showed me historical, events in the area as well.
oh,
They've showed me things that, and it is incredible. And I've come to the I know I'm speeding up here, and I should slow
you're
down
doing
for
fine. You're
people
doing
that don't.
fine.
No, the Sasquatch people are teaching me about the universe, ancient times, ancient civilizations, you name it, celestial events. They showed me where they are from the stars. This happened years ago. They started showing me this thing. They showed me they showed me cosmic events like stars blowing up that did
How did
happen.
they?
Pardon me?
How did they communicate with you? I mean, we also just real quick, I have another picture here that I pulled up. You entitled
Which
it.
one?
You entitled it, and it looks
Yeah.
like on the ground that they wrote the word "it." Is that what you're referring to in this picture?
Yeah. It's okay. Those symbols, okay, those glyphs, the glyphs. It has been around. It is an entity or one of the characters. Okay, it is either a Sasquatch or an entity that is with Sasquatch. And the Sasquatch has, I don't know how many entities each one has, but they do, and they use them as tools. Like each entity has a function, and they use them like a laser 400 feet. Believe it or not, that's what they do. Because they show me images of what they do. Okay,
Right.
they also send me animation. The latest, there was a recording, and I wish I could bring this up for you. The other day, I have an animation of a woman, a Sasquatch. I thought I was going to get, when I was watching it, I was in fear because the Sasquatch was running up to me so fast, like all the images that I have here on this phone, and you know what? It was coming at me, charging at me so fast. Its mouth was a huge Sasquatch, but it looked female. And you know what it did? It gave me a big fat kiss. Like,
Okay.
yeah, it scared me. It gave me a smack. Like, they do this on my car outside. They put lip marks on it. The youth are outside, outside putting impressions on the car. They all over the summer. They aren't as
Wow.
frequent now.
Okay, I'm
They aren't
looking.
now.
I want you have two
Okay.
different. You have two different Facebook pages. I realized, and I'm on the
Yeah,
one that
yeah.
we're talking through, and I just found this interesting piece, and it's entitled "Strange Sasquatch Bramble Creations."
Oh,
Well,
that's recent. That's last week. Okay,
okay,
this is
cool.
new. Okay, so down the highway, down my road here. Okay, the two rivers meet. Like I'm fortunate enough to live the Nicola and the Coldwater River meet. It's an old territory. Okay, so they meet here. At the forks are here. I literally walked down the street 5 minutes, and I'm in this area. And what I started like walking around it, and all of a sudden there's this track. There's all Sasquatch related. The tree structures, X's, all the signs are visible. They all started, they're all over the place there. And I walked further down the river, right? And down further, there's a highway that runs parallel to the river, okay? And in between is it's like a big football field, but it's all like brambles, small cottonwoods, right? Cottonwood trees,
Right.
and it's spaced out, and the bushes, the brambles are about waist high. And what they've done there is opened up a literal like 100 yards long down that stretch is all little tiny like structures, like miniature structures in the shape of like the root balls of the trees are shaped into people, us human beings working at some kind of thing, like a sawmill guy, I think.
Okay.
Each tree, and they made art out of the whole area, but it's only it's very small. It's minute.
It's very
Okay, and the
strange
structures
because
are there.
it doesn't look natural. I'm looking at this picture here, and you have it's
No.
two. It looks like trees have been bowed over, but
Yeah,
they're still
yeah, they're all
growing.
bent.
But they're
Yeah,
still growing.
they're bowed over to make loops and loops and loops. Like, so when you look through them, there's like 3 or 4 going down. It's just
Oh, wow.
beautiful. It's aesthetic. The whole area is aesthetic. It's just really hard to walk through. Like I was like I'm pretty fit, but I was tripping up in there, to navigate through there. But that's the recent one. Okay, so they've been doing art now for me because I asked them to do that. I'm an artist myself, like you. You're a
Yeah,
painter.
exactly.
I asked them when I first met them that they have given me a full sighting. Until I got used to it, but I thought I'd die literally from fright. Of their sheer size and what they represent, if I would see them. So I asked them not to, and they honored that. But they have shown me, they got me prepared, and now they're becoming really close. They gave me a visual of the real deal recently. Okay, and yeah, I've got the real. But they came in a form of animation, like animated, or they'll come in the form of little bright lights, and they drop from head down, like top down, always. Okay. I mean, I literally did that with another friend of mine who was experiencing the same thing. Now, there's a few of us who are getting this. Okay, one guy in New York I know, and one guy in Vancouver, and he comes out here, and we go out in the bush together, and I show him my areas, and he.
Oh, right. It's
Okay.
there's so much on here. Okay, I'm looking at a picture now.
Yeah.
I just want to go through some of these with you if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay, this
Yeah,
one is entitled After Dark Beings at Merlin's Bush. What is that? It looks like it's glowing. The tree is glowing here.
Yeah, they are actually. Now, this is another thing I wanted to hit on. Like I had 3 major points that I wanted to hit on, but we're doing it this way, and that's fine. Merlin's Hedge. And Merlin's Hedge is a comical name that I use to describe the hedging in our backyard. It is all across. It's a very old hedging. It's very long, and I made a joke out of it. Okay, but lo and behold, what happened was this hedge came to life, and the movies, the videos that I make here will blow your mind, and they're almost ready to put out. As a matter of fact, today or tomorrow. I've been working on them a long time because I make I like putting music to these little videos, and I find it's more entertaining to learn like that. So I do this. I just do it. It's creative. It's creative in me. So Merlin's Hedge is the story of Merlin is he was locked in a hedge by a woman sorcerer. There's a few takes on this Merlin, the magician,
right?
But apparently he worked for the king. He worked for the king, and he was advisor to the king. Okay, now the hedge, he was locked in at one time, and locked in by an evil sorceress woman, a woman who he was in love with, as opposed. So I just made a satire sort of thing. This is Merlin's Hedge, right? But lo and behold, it came to life. Okay, and it is alive. I can come up to it, but what I'm doing is taking photographs, and the Sasquatch are segueing all the other entities, spirits, magic, to come to that hedge. And what's peculiar about the hedge, you'll see the fence line in the images. Like I post a lot of these, so there's a fence, and these hedge growths are old hedge growths. I don't know they're deciduous, and they're not a cedar, but the rest are cedars. All of them are turned into Sasquatch or some kind of being. Okay, when I take the picture. Okay, when I take the picture, it comes out in the camera in the images. Okay,
so you can't see this with the naked eye before you take the picture.
Yes, I do. See them with the naked eye, but and this is that I do. Okay, yes, I do, and the camera picks them up. But you know what? I'll tell you, nobody else will. But yes, they will. Actually, if I point to it, they'll see it. But the thing is, we're all so busy in our lives. Who's going to pay attention? I'm looking at it right now. I'm not more than 15 feet away from this, and I can see the faces. They will come. The other experiencer who came here from Vancouver, he brought them. He started gazing into them, and when you gaze into them, the spirits, all the images, celestials, whatever beings will come. But you know what's funny is they stop at the fence line. There's tons of traffic of beings, okay, and they'll stop at the fence line, and they have a thing about fences. and borders, Sasquatch and all that. Like Sasquatch, another really big point I have to stress is that I'm going to put out some videos. I made a video of 15 UAPs or orbs climbing up the back mountain here. Now since then, both my spouse and I have had sightings. There's stars that come out about 9:30 that look like stars, but they are UAPs. So we've been filming them, and we can actually talk to them. Okay. One's on the south side, one's on the north. And I'll tell you something for a fact, the Sasquatch and all other beings are connected to the star people, okay? These UAPs. The UAPs are actually orbs, okay, because we got blow-ups of them, because we've been documenting them. And I'll tell you, they are connected for sure, as a fact that the Sasquatch are connected, and we are all connected to these, the lights in the sky, or orbs, or celestials. Okay, and that's another story and a half, because they're all coming down now.
I know you want to go through and touch on certain things, but I've been scrolling through your Facebook, and this picture.
You can bring up the images.
This picture like blew my mind. I want to share this one. It's called. Let me see if I can find it. Someone has arrived today, guys. Take care. Take care, you guys. And it's an image where the rocks seem to be normal, except for this one spot. They're all seem to be piled up and stacked with intention. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Why are they playing with these rocks?
Is that a recent one? Are they huge white rocks, like light ones?
They're no, these are like they look like they're part of an old riverbed. They're kind of rounded.
Are they in a line, or
no? They're in like a circular ball almost.
Okay. This is the Coldwater group. This is the Coldwater Sasquatch, who are at the Claybanks Park here, which is only 5 minutes away. You got to remember that I live at this river, and I've spent my whole life here. Well, many years, like raising my son here. We were swimming in the river, swimming with the salmon, swimming with the trout, and now what's happened was we had a flood, a major flood. Our city was evacuated. Okay.
Oh wow.
We were pushed out twice. We had to leave. And the whole sewage system exploded. Okay, so the whole city cleared out. We were displaced. We were paid, actually, by the Red Cross, but we were out. We had to go. We had no water. We had a massive flood. Now, what happened to that area at Claybanks, like where the river jogs, is the river reset itself and made new pathways and new islands, and all that. The rocks that you see there are the bed, okay, the old riverbed,
right?
Okay? And now it's turned into a huge expanse of rocks and sand, and it gets dried out. But what they've done, the Sasquatch, is they started building these cairns, almost like grave sites. Also, those round rocks, those rock piles, those rock stacks or whatever, they are everywhere. That is the Sasquatch doing their thing, okay? Basically, they're creating art. They're also they're telling history. There are grave sites. There are grave markers there in the Cottonwoods. There's also huge structures. They go into the river. They go all across that riverbed, okay, of rocks. And what they're doing is making actually headstones and rock cairns all over the place there. It changes daily.
Yeah, okay? It's so odd looking because it doesn't look. It doesn't look. Sorry, again, I don't mean to cut you. It doesn't look natural. For somebody from the outside perspective, as someone as myself or other people who are watching the show right now, it doesn't look natural. It looks like water did sweep through there for a time being, and you don't really see. What I'm looking at is that you don't really see any kind of like footprints or any anything that looks like it was dug up around it. It looks like they were all just placed there, and it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't.
Yeah. And there's a really interesting thing about that. Any kind of a structure that they do, it's the way they place it, or the way they weave it, or the way they place those little rocks, right? It's them, because no human thinks conceptually like this to put stones in. I'm serious. There's a certain way they do it that I can recognize right away that it's Sasquatch. And there's so many of them. And I know that place like the back of my hand. And I'm there, I'm out there all the time. And I don't see too many people like once. And one person walks the dog, sometimes there's some people that swim in there, kids hang out there in the evenings, right? That's it, right? It's not popular. There's no way all the amount of construction to cold water Sasquatch cryptid they could ever do that. And they go into detail like spirals, beautiful little. They go to the infinite. They go into the small too. They go into small, tiny twigs and stones up to larger stones, and huge craters, like stones that they drop up there. The landscape in that area changes all the time. And that's the Sasquatch changing it all the time. And you know what, Tom? I think they put a structure right in the middle of that place, right in the center of that rock area, that spit on, the riverbed. Right in the middle, they put a triangular structure so everybody would see it. Okay, everybody human that goes through there would see it. Okay, and I've got many pictures of that, and you know what, they changed that too. But you know what, people will go by and say, probably think it's kids or whatever, right? But it isn't. It is the Sasquatch wanting to be known. Okay, wanting to be noticed. Here at least they want to be noticed. It is everywhere. It is. They want to be noticed off the highways. Like I said, this huge that display or whatever, the Rubal display that recently, that's right off the highway too. So right in between the river
right.
and
I've seen
highway,
that.
you can see
I've seen that. There was the arches, and it's very strange. And if you look through, it's only maybe 100 meters away from a car.
Exactly, and all those like this little structure, and they're complex. When you get up close to them, they're woven, Tom. They're woven into patterns and to people and to Sasquatch. It's so detailed. They actually carved a salmon, like a salmon out of driftwood, right? Holding a bear. Yeah, they carved. That was incredible. They're getting so good at it. But I had asked them to show me their art a long time ago. I don't know, it's just explosive, and it's so beautiful that I just walk around like every day. I document this stuff. Right. I make movies. I'm making videos or document or sending pictures through Facebook, and it's just I just gape at it, and then I take data, and I look around with my mouth open, going, "This is so beautiful," right? As I'm walking through, it's like, this is nuts, right? It's beautiful, right? Every day. So any area I go to, so the dancing thing, I go up there and I dance because I like to work out, and I lift rocks and stuff like that. I go into a quarry, lift rocks. That's how I do it, right? And I run down, right?
Oh, so you're like the modern day Fred Flintstone or something.
Yeah, like that. I love it. So, screw you. I'm doing this, right? I used to go to the gym, right? I went and got disturbed, like, that hamster on the wheel sort of, place, right? I was into it. But now it's like totally every day is art. I'm sitting. You know what? I wish I had the camera on. I could take you to Merlin's Hedge right here. So Merlin's Hedge is my backyard. 15 years, very long though.
I showed it. I showed it while we were talking about it, so people are well aware of what I was mentioning.
So it was a joke, but I'm talking about now. I'm looking at consciousness, right? Did I create that? Merlin's Hedge, and is that why the entities, the spirits, and all the beings came? And I'm thinking it is very highly likely that I did by thinking about it. Okay. That's the consciousness thing, like creating, manifesting, right? And a stupid old yin here, it's not, like, I like that era. I like the knights, I used to love I read a lot of Cervantes, Don Quixote, chasing the women.
Don Quixote.
I love the literature, and there they do, when I put this little video clip on, you will see a living knight in my backyard in those hedges. And Merlin himself and all these beings that are in movement. Okay, I don't know if you saw the one, the clip that they're showing me entities live, like in movement now. Okay, that I can show you, right? So I don't know if you saw that one. There's like 2,000 views on it. It's a little clip.
Where's it at? Where's the clip at? On your YouTube?
It's on Facebook. It's on Facebook. It's on the Reels. Look at the Reels on. If you go to my site.
Okay. You have two different sites. You have the ones with the trees and the one with the red glowing thing. Which one is it? The red
glowing thing is me now. I had to dodge and weave because they used to when back in the day, like a few years back, when my content was woo and out there and people didn't understand it.
Which reel is it? Which reel is it again? I'm sorry. Which reel is it?
Okay, it's on the blob or the red blob.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. Which one is it?
It's called Entities, Live Entities. We're streaming through or something. Live Entities. It's a clip.
Okay? Yeah, but I can't see the names of them. I can only see. It says Gin's Reels. We got Sasquatch Earth Art. Maybe what? How many over is it? Let me go ahead and.
It's a few over. It should be Entities. Isn't it on my pin post on my Facebook page though? Isn't it a pin post? But anyways, I'll have to get it to you. Okay.
Okay. I'm looking. I'm here, man. I'm here. I just need to see it.
Okay. It says it should be Entities in real time or something like that. There's a clip. It's just a fast clip, and there's no music or anything. It's
how many views does it have?
2,000.
Okay. Is it kind of related? A glimpse of entities in another dimension?
Yes, that's the one. Click on it, and look at the background. look at the background images and that big thing moving across, and they're all in movement. Like it's just incredible.
Wow.
Do you see that? Do you see how they're moving in the background? There's characters, there's beings.
Okay. That's
so
pretty wild.
To play that. Can you see them?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time. Maybe I have to be there or have my eyes used to it.
Watch it a few times. Watch it over and over again. Loop it, but you'll see them. And now they're giving me real entities in real time and how they're moving. Okay, this is a Sasquatch. Okay, they're giving me these gifts to show you. So all I'm doing is I'm sharing them because they want me to do that. Okay. The Sasquatch. Okay. They want me.
You live in a very beautiful place. That's what that's one thing I can tell you for sure. Wherever you're living up there, my friend, it's a very beautiful place.
It is. It's like the high Sierra. It's a dry climate. We get a lot of sun here. It's Sun Valley kind of. It's sunny. It's like Arizona kind of thing. A few. It's beautiful. A lot of lakes, rivers. Dry heat. You know, I love it. I love it.
I get that. I get the wet heat. It's still 80. It's still 80. Was it 86 today? And it's like a nice cool day for here. 86 Fahrenheit. So like 27, 27, something like that.
Yeah.
And that's a cold day here. That's a cold day here.
It's still warm up here. See, it's still warm. You know, like I'm walking around in a t-shirt. There,
really?
You know, outside.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we get that nice climate, okay, here, and you know what? I'm grateful to be here, and I'm grateful within walking distance that the Sasquatch are here. I mean, they put their foot there. They come to the window. So,
what message?
Beautiful.
If you were to glean everything that they've shown you so far, again, if you were to glean from that, what is the underlying message that they're telling you?
We are all connected. They're things. They're ancient. They teach us how to be human. Yes, I'm gonna cry. You know, like, they're so touchy. They're so touchy. They're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful race of ancient beings. They're people. They're people. They know everything. Like I said, they know the Christ, and I kind of like I was born a Catholic, you know, but I was even an altar boy. But I questioned. I did comparative religion studies. I questioned that because of the hypocrisy of my parents, right? What they did didn't jive, right? But you know, I kind of went away from that, right? So knowing what I was spiritual, right? But the thing is, they showed me that Christ is real. You see, this is a Sasquatch.
What
on
is
my travels.
what is okay? Like we know, the human connection with Christ and what it means for us, but
Yeah.
what does it mean to them? Have they told you that?
No, well, yeah, in a way, they said good. you know,
They just say it's good.
good beauty, good way to be. How to be human, how to be, how to live. It teaches how to live. Okay, how to be a human being. I guess that's the best way I could put it. And that we're more than what we think. We are more as human, as people, than we think we are. Okay, we're not
Okay.
limited. We are more than that. We are beautiful, and in God's image. Now, when I say they show me the Christ is, the Christ comes in many forms. Like it comes as an alien, it comes inside of a rocket. It's not the Christ that you would see traditionally as a symbol on the cross. The cross they show me, but the Christ is different every time. But I
Okay.
know that it's Jesus Christ is telling me something, and it's heavy, and you know what? I'm going to drop to my knees because I know who it is, right? But it
Okay.
may come in an animated form, and it may come in a flying rocket, little entity type form. But you know who is doing it, and it's the Christ. It's the Christ, right? And they hang the Sasquatch people as celestials. They have a role to play. They take care of a lot of things. I don't know how big their role is. I know that they can hold the earth and moon in their hands, in the palm of their hands. They show me images of it. So, the scale. So I guess they go that far as like demigods, as like quantum religion stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to put it together, but simply they're teaching us how to be, how to
How to be better
live,
people, how to be
how to
better
be better,
entities, and how to love one another. So
how to love,
you
Yeah,
hear that?
yeah.
So next week I'm going to be having on Jenny and Mike, and they're starting to have a habitation on their property, and
Okay.
I think that's basically what they are feeling as well.
Is that right? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
that's what they're starting to. That's what they've been
Love.
kind of alluding
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Um,
Love.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very
Love.
interesting. It's a very interesting thing that they're talking about, that they're saying, and it's just quite an interesting turn of events, because there's some people out there, beliefs withstanding, maybe they because everyone has their own encounters. I think it has a lot to do with your intention too. And if you're a
It
good
does. Yeah.
person, then you're gonna have a good encounter. And if you're a person who has problems, you're gonna have that kind of encounter. What can you say to that?
I say you're exactly right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I can cross over the border in the States, and I have actually an example of that. There's a man who is experiencing them. He is my friend now. He lives in New York State. Okay, he lives near Woodstock. He actually lives in Woodstock. Okay, and he's an American, okay, who has a Bigfoot family with him. Okay, they come to the window every night. They give images on his phone. They give images inside his house. They turn his furniture into them. Okay, they give him art inside his home. He allows it. But you know what? This guy, he was. What happened was the Sasquatch scolded him when they first met him because he was looking for them, okay, like looking to meet Sasquatch, right? So he went out into the woods there to try and meet, bringing gifts. So he sure enough did meet the Sasquatch, and you know what they did? They reprimanded him and they scared him. Okay, he said, you know what? This is the first thing the Sasquatch, the elder, said to him when he got scared too. He heard a voice in his head, like, mind speaks, said, "Who do you think we are? We're not like an animal." He said, "We are a people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And get rid of those guns. We don't use guns. We don't do guns. You
Okay.
go back home." This is what he told him. Go back home. Take your gifts. Go back home and think about this. Think about who we are, right? And so he did. And then he came to him a month or two later, and they took him in. because this guy's a really nice guy, right? And he has a big heart. And now they're teaching him just like they are me. Okay,
Fantastic.
So he lives because he crossed that border, and because the gun laws are differently.
Yes,
it was made an example of. So he said, "This is what you're going to tell people, right?" In the state side, okay, that we don't use guns. We are people. We are not an animal, right? We are families, and reprimanded him.
Yeah, I think.
And now this guy.
I think
yeah,
that's. I think
now this guy.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody. I'm not going to bring up who it was. He's going to be coming on.
I know.
And he was saying that like the reason that this stuff is like, like the UFO stuff has been coming out, like, within the last few years, they were like, it's kind of real.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, okay, I'll go back to my TikTok videos or whatever, which is weird.
Yeah.
You and I are older. So this came out in the 80s or the 90s. People would have been in the streets and, it would have been the LA riots all over again. But he's saying the reason that this is being suppressed is because if that is then accepted, then they would be then the First Nations people.
Yes.
And then
now,
right.
Yeah, exactly.
And all the stuff that would come with that, just to force things, where you can't clear cut anymore, habitat protection, recognizing them as a people. And he was saying, so if the government has deniability, so they don't have to do anything. So basically, they're not going to say anything until their hand is forced. And that's what he's thinking about. That it's eventually going to come to light. There's just too much. There's just too much information coming out now, and I think people like yourself and many others are going to.
See how many researchers there are? How many?
Oh my God!
More and more every day, right? And you know what? Now it's switching. The tables are turning, right?
Yeah.
So before there was no woo, but there's more proof of woo right now than the other. Okay.
Yeah, that's happened a lot too. There's people. There's some people who haven't seen it yet. I've had on tribal eldersman. He's coming on the episode dropping next week. He's like, I've never seen any of that, and I don't believe it. And he gets, it's just the way he feels. His that's the thing. Everyone has a different way they have a different way to present themselves. If you're more connected with the earth, maybe they present themselves one way.
Yeah.
If you're a person, it's kind of like the way, like maybe even Christ would present itself to you. Where if you're a person who has a deeper meaning, it'll present to you as even like paranormal things, like where people are having a shared experience, even psychedelics, they'll have a shared experience and come back with different views of what they saw.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm trying to tell people.
You're right on the mark there, because me and Tom, my friend, who's from Vancouver, who is receiving the same things. Okay, we go all together, and I'll tell you, we were in an evening in amongst these structures, right? Really big ones, with a new group sitting out there in the bush, and it's getting dark. The sun's setting, and we're listening. We're just sitting quiet, right, in amongst the structures. And you know what? Well, the way the Sasquatch were coming to me when the evening came were like I said, little starlight things, and the children would come down, but they were animated in form. That means they were morphing slowly and coming down the mountain, right? To us, to me. And he was seeing something completely different.
Wow.
Okay. He did not see the lights. I said, do you see the lights? Do you see the lights on their heads? And they're coming down like a little electronic, little sparkles, right? And they come down. He said, no. I said, right in front of us. And he could not see them, but he was seeing them in another way, in another reality, as figures, right? So we're both seeing them come. We were both looking at them, but we saw them in different ways simultaneously. Okay.
Right.
I see him like that. He sees them like that, but we knew they were there, right, with us.
Right. I mean, you could. It's kind of like the way, like, say for example, you experience music. There's a bit of like objectivity to it, and there's also a ton of subjectivity to it. Just like art, just like everything in life, actually. So if you're seeing something if you're seeing something that is how would you say, extraordinary, out of the ordinary, then you're also going to have two different points of views on it, and you might be looking at it at the same time. You might be looking at it at the same time.
Yeah, my grandson, he could see a porthole, a square porthole in between the trees when he
Really?
was up there. Now he's okay. That was a story I wanted to share, like an
Sure,
amazing
go for
event.
it, buddy.
But if you don't mind, but he
No.
could see. In order to see, I couldn't see that porthole. He was in broad daylight. He said, "What's that square thing?" It was when he was young, and he started walking up the hill, and I got worried. So where's he going? He was a young man young boy at the time. He said, "Do you see square portal up there, like that square thing in between the trees? What is that thing?" And I'm looking and I can't see it. But you know what? Now I can see those things. Okay. He saw them. He started walking, and I could not, for the life of me, see it. And you know what? So there you go again. What happened to us? What happened to us? So Merlin said, in the backyard, I set up. Okay, here's my story of 2 months ago in the summer. My grandson's here again. He's an older gentleman. He's a big guy at 13. He's 6'4" already.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah,
So we got to get him. We got to teach him basketball quick, brother. We got to get him into basketball quick.
Oh yeah, big guy. Like he's
6'4". I'm 6 foot. I'm 6'3", man. 13.
Yeah. And he's 13. My God.
I was 5'10", maybe 5'9", 5'10" at 13. That's a big guy.
Yeah, he's gonna go 6, 7, or 8. Or
all right.
Maybe,
we got to teach him. We got to teach him. We got to teach him some fundamentals of basketball, some
course,
footwork, and all that.
Pick and roll, pick and roll,
pick and roll, baby. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, anyways, here's what happened to us two months ago to him and I. Now, when we're together, see, I used to take him up to see the Sasquatch. We used to go squatching when we were way back in the day when it was fun, right? And we weren't, I was just watching around. I was just being guarded, right? And I watch over him because he was a little guy, right? And we go up the mountains. We go squatching in the night with a lamp, and he'd bring his wood gun, but I taught him how to pray, like how to pray and with the trees and all that, not to hit the trees and all that. But so we took Nerf guns up there, did this for years. We did it, and you know what? There's another thing that those Sasquatch a few years later they bring them back down, right? The lost Nerf bullets,
Whoa!
Down, and they set up triads of them, bring them back to our home. Swear. And like years later they bring them back, and I couldn't believe. But what happened to us just recently? Okay, so I set up this gazebo out back. I thought I'd set it. It's a really cool gazebo, and I put a mosquito netting over it, right? So we could eat out there, whatever, eat out there without the bugs bugging us, right? So one night we're out there and it's black. Okay, it's dark. He's sitting by the netting, and guess what happens? Like in real time.
Okay.
Like it's dark in there. Like we've got a light in there, and he's against the netting, and I'm just close to him and looking at the netting. And what happens is that we were looking at it, and all of a sudden there's these holes that appear through the netting, like burn holes, like as if somebody's burning holes for that, but no black smoke, rings or anything. And it starts spelling words. It starts making a child's face. No, I swear, in front of us, like in real time. Like we'd look away, and there'd be something added onto it, and then it spelled. This is coming through the netting, like burning holes through it in the evening, and it says hi, H-I. And it's a spirit. So I'm taking pictures, okay, as this is happening, and I could see it. And in the pictures there, you can see a child and his brother. Now, they're either Sasquatch or a spirit, like children, right? And spirits. And they're doing this. So they're burning holes. And then they go further, and then they make another happy face. And they're going down, like they're burning holes. And I'm thinking, why are you burning holes through my mosquito netting? I love this. I was thinking that.
Mosquitoes, man.
Do that, right? Like, what's happening here? You're putting holes in. Oh, Jesus. Damaged, and I got to get another netting. How am I going to get another netting? Right? I'm thinking this, and we're in awe. And so we look away, start talking about what's happening, and we're kind of like really frozen, right? Okay, so something's happening here, and sure enough, I said, okay, the spirits, I say, you know what, these could be Sasquatch spirits. It is happening now. Well, actually, he ran in and he actually grabbed me to go see, because it shocked him. So he
Okay.
grabbed me from inside and I came out. And you know what? So these burn holes and these images started burning through, okay, in front of us. And we were going, okay, like laser beams, like laser beams through the meshing. And I said, okay. So I said, now's a good time to ask them questions, right? So I said, I might as well ask whoever it is, the spirits, about what they're doing, right? So the first thing I asked them was, are you a boy or a girl? You seem small and you're mischievous because you're burning holes through my meshing. I said, I don't really like that, but you know what? I don't think I could do anything about it, right? I'm laughing, and we're both laughing, and sure enough, and guess what happens? Right? The laser, boy, it writes, okay, through the meshing, right? Boy. So it's a boy, and I was shocked, right? It's I'm communicating with Sasquatch or spirits through the meshing, right?
Okay.
I'm blown away. Like it says boy, and then it draws another picture, okay? And so I said, listen. How do you do that? Burn the holes right through the mosquito meshing, right? How do you do that? Is it a laser? Is it hot? Like a laser? And guess what they did? They lit that thing on fire.
Wow.
With blue. Yeah, they put a hole through it, and then blue flames came up through it, and we went whoa, and we backed off right there. Yeah, in front of us, real time. And so we were messed up because this was happening. We were actually communicating with spirit or Sasquatch, but I was taking pictures all the time or video, right? What was happening. So in the images later, I saw who it was. It was a boy, child, like, right? A spirit and his older brother. So what I did was what some other person, Sasquatch Ontario, Mike Patterson did. He put out a board with a marker, right?
Okay.
So I did that. Okay. And I left that board out there. Like we went inside because it was overwhelming, all this stuff. Like
right.
It was really mind blowing, right? The laser thing, and the smoke, right? And I thought, so the whole one part of the meshing, the mosquito netting was ruined, right? I said, well, that's gone. I was kind of upset because I really like this little gazebo thing.
Oh, so he ran out of space on the sheet of paper to communicate, you're saying?
Oh, no. I decided then, we'll keep the language, the communication open. I'll put a board out, right, and a marker, and I left it outside. Okay, so we went inside, right? I thought, well, that's it. We're just mind blown. We couldn't handle it anymore. So we went inside, did our regular thing and thinking, just processing what was happening.
Right.
Well, so Gin goes out there, right? About an hour later. I think I gave it, and guess what? That whole marker board was full. You know what it read? I took it inside, and they said, hi, Gin, Grandpa Gin, me,
okay.
and Jackie, and it's spelled Jackie. They knew my grandson's name, Jackson. Okay, and Jackie, hi there, and they drew pictures of themselves, like child, the one older boy, and that's what they did. We were communicating.
Wow.
And that was it. Okay, and enough. But we didn't do that anymore. We took down the knitting. It's gone now. And then Merlin, I thought of Merlin's hedge, but then Merlin's hedge came, all these entities and beings and stuff like that. And Sasquatch, the Sasquatch are always in the mix. They're the ones that instigate all this stuff, right? They're always in the mix. But that was an experience, and that was true. It happened in real time. We were communicating with something outside the meshing. But when it lit that blue flame, it was responding to my questions. Step away. And it showed its example. When it hit the guy, how does it work on their side? Is it a laser? It's heat for sure. It's heat, okay?
Okay.
And so that's what we got. It's heat. It's like a laser heat thing that they can do, right? To burn through it. One of the skill set that they have, or an entity that works for Sasquatch, right? Or one of their beings, right? So that was a real time event. It was mind blowing. It was crazy. It was all super out of this world, but it happened. It just happened, right? So you know what? And now they're getting kind of closer. Now they're again doing things like this, and you'll see by the images. So the recent ones are the ones down the street here, where the structures are being done. You know, those the bramble structures,
Right.
because they're all short. They're all tiny. They're small structures. They're like 10 feet long, but they're only like 4 to 5 feet high. As high as the bush. You have to be in front of them to see them, right? But there's many of them. I haven't explored them all. So that's one point I wanted to hit on: consciousness. As the Earth is changing now, I've seen examples of that. Those who don't know me, I've been watching the Earth transform up here in the mountains, and you know, like the fissures coming in. When the portholes came, there were actually fissures that happened in the land connecting the trees. It was weird. Like, it was a bad experience. Overall, it was haunting. It was disturbing, right? Having all these like different elements. I thought, why is the Sasquatch letting all this bad energy here in this place, right? But they were part of the portals opening. Okay, they're part of it. Okay, with all the beings. Okay, so they're all connected. The alien or the light, the people, the celestials that are coming in now are connected to the Sasquatch for sure, and they're connected to all other beings, and they're connected to us. Okay. That's
and
I know this for
do
sure.
Do you think that before I get you up out of here, I want to ask you one more question about pretty much all this, and I just want to have your take on it. If these are all connected, which there's something to what you're saying for sure. Now, why is it that we have lost our connection? Is it because it's intentionality, or that we forgot?
Because we forgot. We're not living in nature, the natural world anymore. And simply put, okay. We've progressed to the point of idiocy, right? We put ourselves into square boxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
We made our own an altered world, right? Where we lost our way in the natural world, okay? And the natural world has other laws, okay?
True.
The natural world has universal laws. Okay, man does not have. Man has created laws, right, which were not necessarily good. Okay, and the natural laws are the ones that hold energy, proper energy,
right?
Because everything is alive in that, and when we disturb that, or we're deconstructing it, or bring it out of the soil, we change it. We change its elements. Okay, so into something not, and that will stay, but as garbage. You see.
We'll get there, though. I would get there. I think. Okay. I mean, is your opinion again that more and more people are waking up to this and finding, you know, instead of pointing at other people's doorsteps and telling them what they should sweep, that they're sweeping in front of their own?
Yes, exactly.
Good,
right?
Because I feel the same way.
So get back to nature. Go out as often as you like, and you will change your world, because everything supernatural lays there. The magic. I can't believe I experienced this, but it is true. Okay, all beings and connected to the universe and God, you'll find in nature.
Right. All right, man. We're gonna keep up with you every once in a while, because the things that you're running into out there are fascinating to me, as well as many others. And I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate you so much. We found a way to make it work. People are responding to you can't see it now, maybe later you can check it out.
I like to watch it later.
Yeah, sure. People are like, Pam writes, I agree. Again, humanity, yes. I work not to do that daily, so to try to be more connected. So you're putting out a good message, man, that everyone needs to hear.
Oh, thank you. I love you, man.
Yeah, buddy, I love you too, man.
And the access, thanks for being there for us. So,
we're doing our very best, dude, and I appreciate that you came on the show. Okay.
Okay, peace, brother. I love you.
Peace, brother. I'll keep in contact with you. Okay.
Keep on walking, rocking.
Yeah, dude. You know me. I'm gonna keep on rocking.
Keep on painting.
Oh yeah, I got to get back to it, man. But I had to.
World, man.
Yeah, I had to invest back in the show first. That's what this new computer is about, to make sure that I can actually show your Facebook. That's what the cool thing was. Yeah. So everyone's like, "Thank you, dude. We are the eye. We are aware." All right, again, I'll keep in contact with you. Okay, man.
Okay, man.
All right, buddy. Have a good weekend. Later.
You as well.
I will. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
right, guys, that was an amazing Gin Zubrickas. I actually want to bring up what was being talked to on the side about, as Gin was talking, I can't like interrupt him because he can't see the messages. So we just let go, let Gin go through and talk about his experiences. So a lot of people, believe because of their upbringing that all this is demonic. Maybe there is a part of that. Maybe there is a connection between the demonic and some of these things. That's maybe some of the negative aspects people are running into. But a lot of it is your intentionality. You have to clean yourself inside and find out what it really means to exist. Don't let anyone tell you what it means to exist. Find out what it is for yourself. And remember, at the end of the day, all these negative and bad actors in the world are, one thing they know for sure is that we are malleable. We can be manipulated. We can be changed and not there. Yeah, there is that. Yes, exactly. And so first of all, the Magical Journey, his podcast is coming up. He's going to have Jen and Mike Atkins on, and they're at the Mystical Mountains, Mystical Mountain Creations. If you guys want to go get yourself some tumblers and things, like, if you can grab me, if you guys can show me that website, go ahead and support them. They're going to be on the show, and they will be on my show next week. Yeah, and don't give into the fear. Thank you. Don't react out of fear. Right? That's a very good message. What Pam means by that, in the way that I understand it for myself, the eye also has to do with the third eye, guys. You have to open that. Thank you, Pam. Here it is. Here's Jen and Jenny and Mike Atkins. They will be on the show. They were on the Halloween show 2 weeks ago. Sorry about last week, guys. It was just, I was not into it. Sometimes these lives are hard. Again, wanted to be on. He had to move one time. And even now we had issues, so lives can be a little stressful for me, and I'm sorry about that, but it is, the way it is sometimes. But to get back to what I was talking about is that what they want to do is they want to put you within your 5 senses. That's it. There's only what you see, taste, smell, hear, and whatever the other one is, feel or touch. But there's a lot more to it than that. And you can't change the world by looking externally and expecting someone to change it, or expecting something to change to fit to you. That's the world it is now. I feel a certain way, so therefore you have to change the way you talk. You can't, that's not how it works. You have the choice. You have the choice to choose what it is that you accept. The only choice you have is how you take the information in. Okay? Don't let other people tell you. Look at it for yourself. When it comes any news thing, which they have us on this nice conveyor belt, that we can't remember what happened from last week, you know what I mean, that we can't remember what's going on. Hey, what's up? Wow, that's a new person. Hi, Saca los Gamos, Google after night. What's up, Chewy? Hey, Northwest Trackers here. We're working it out, guys. We're gonna have her on. We've been talking. I'm so glad to see you. I know you're late to the show. She's a very amazing channel person. Yes, everyone's saying hello. This is cool. Give me a chance to connect out with everybody. Yes, Pam. Well, yes, you have the choice, guys. The choice is you. You change yourself, you change the world. To make it really easy for the layman, here you go. Here's her channel, guys. Please go over and check that channel out. She will be on again. She's going to be on multiple times. She's in the process of doing some things. I don't tell everyone's things. And once she gets her camera up to snuff, she has some incredible photos, some incredible information that I will not share yet, because I want you guys to I want you to see it. Let's put it that way. And now that this computer is up, which I have a lot to thank for, thank you guys for, all the super chats and all the support you guys give me by sharing the show. Jenny, Pam, been really busy. No, don't worry about it, babe. Don't worry about it. It's been, you're doing great. You're doing great. You were on the show. It was mind blowing. If you guys have a chance to go back and check out the episode, if you want to go over to my channel, which I'm for some reason having a hard time scrolling through. I do not know why I'm unable to scroll through it. I would show you, but I'll go ahead and show you the channel real quick. So do me a favor, and if you guys can when you go over to the channel, like and subscribe to it. Watch the shows. You're going to find out information that you've never heard before. You're going to find out things that you've never considered before, that every time that I'm on here, I'm blown away by too. This is the name of the channel. It is called The Eye of Jupiter. Go over there and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and go ahead and watch the videos. You're going to be blown away by a lot of them. I promise that now that this that I'm able to actually move through, show pictures. I will be having on people again. I'm going to see if I can reach out to Lee Hampel, the Beast of Bray Road. I told him I can't have him back on until I get pictures shown up, because I think I was doing a disservice to what these people are doing. I was able to do some things when other people could share them that I could share them, but my computer was old as dirt. I've just been working really hard to make sure that I bring the best possible That was funny. I accidentally bumped my own thing out of there. Oh no, come back. I'm back, guys. I'm back. Houston, what's up, buddy? What's up? What's up? Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. I pushed the wrong thing. Let's go ahead and share my. I'm still working on it, guys. I'm still learning. Okay, let's go. This is my Facebook, guys. You see that? Cool. You go over there to the channel and go over to the Facebook page. You can go ahead and post if we got wonderful people over there posting. We got John from Paranormal Houston. He just reached 2,000 subs, blew up quick. I will be having on this gentleman, Mr. Bruce Brown. He's going to come on. He's an investigator and experiencer. We always welcome our wonderful new members to the site. You want to become a member, we're going to shout out these people real quick. Natalie Jesus, this is my buddy Swamp Dog. He has a new thing. Go check out his channel, Swamp Dog Overland Adventures. Dylan, Zach, Aaron, and Igosha. Welcome each and every one of you. Go over and contact me. Reach out to me. And I will, if you got a story, guys, don't be afraid to come on and talk to me about it. It's always a pleasure to be on here. Let me go ahead and learn. I'm still learning how to remove all this stuff. Stop screen, boom. And we will have up next Daniel from the Magical Journey podcast. Go over, like and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and enjoy the show. This one coming up is going to rock your socks off those feet. He's a great friend of mine, always supportive of me, and it's always a pleasure to talk to him, and you will enjoy his show. So I'll see you guys next week. Jenny and Mike Atkins will be on the show, and I have some doozies coming up for the lives. Let me go ahead and run through those real quick so you guys keep coming back and supporting the channel next week. And then I will be having on Lee Hatfield from SIOP, that's Scientific Investigation for Paranormal Activity from Canada. He's been on some TV shows. I will be having back on the week after that, on the 5th, Carter Bushard. He had the regression therapy. That's the one that released this week. There's a dead spot in the video. Just blast through that. I don't know what happened. Like I said, my computer was acting up and I didn't catch it. For whatever reason, I didn't catch it. Not that big of a deal. I thought about it. Thank you, Pam, for bringing it up and helping me out on that. And many, many shows are coming up. I have a local come on. One of the first gentlemen I met here in Mexico. One night about 3 years ago, before the podcast was a thing, he started telling me some of his stories, and he came on and finally talked to me about them. And that's coming up too, and you will be blown away by that. Let me go through. That's in the middle of November. Let's go ahead and check this out real quick, just to show you guys what's coming up. You're on the live. Hey, I got a sub. Thank you. Whoever subbed to the channel, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Please check out the show. Time you might find this interesting. Just filmed a second site where Bigfoot was harvesting Amantia scales. I don't even know what that is. What is that? What's Amantia scales? You'd have to tell me what that is. let's see here. Videos. The next drop show, which will be in 3 days, once ever my thing pulls it up, will be out. It is with a gentleman. Oh my God, Thomas Seawood. He's everything Sasquatch Island. He is also a Native American or Native. He's a First Nations person from Canada, and his experience and his encounter and how it all connects to his tribal legends, just like the wonderful Owiza. And that's what I'll be calling you from now on, Northwest Tracker. Northwest Native Tracker, I will be calling you Owiza, which in her native language, in her native lore, means the storyteller, or the however you want to call it, the people, the shaman. I guess that's the best way. And Amanita Mascara Hallucin. Oh wow, okay, I know that one. That's interesting. So it's one of the magic. I don't know if I can say that, because that is drugs and we can't talk about drugs. Chuck Jacobs. Well, go ahead, Michigan. Do me a favor and send his information to me, and I will talk to Chuck Jacobs. I do have a lot of interesting people that I have coming up. I will be talking with let's see. I will be having on I will be on Karen Wilkinson is coming on. I finally was able to get her up. Bruce Brown is coming up. Chris Reinhardt, Real American Monsters. I will be on that show. I also will be having on Barbara Shoup. If you guys know who Barbara Shoup is, she's the one who accidentally, if you can go over to her YouTube page, Barbara, that way you can prepare for the episode. Barbara Shoup, go over and type her name in over on YouTube and go look at the cloaking Bigfoot. She was in the forest somewhere, and she was talking to somebody, this blah, 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 doing like a tour. And you see this thing drop out of the tree and run it away. It literally looked like Predator. And it's incredible. And we're going to go ahead and show that and talk to her. All that is coming up. I want to give you guys plenty of time to go to the bathroom and get your popcorn so that you guys can go over and watch the Magical Journey podcast with Jenny and Mike Atkins from Magical Creations. Was it? I always get their name wrong. Let's go and pull that up one more time. Mystical. Oh my Lord, I can't remember anything. Mystical Magic Creations, something like that. Magical Term Pod from, here it is. Got it. From Mystical Mountain Creations. They will be on talking about the habitation has started behind their house. So go ahead, go to the bathroom, get your popcorn ready, and enjoy the show. It will be starting in about 15 minutes. And I want to tell you all, thank you all very much for supporting the channel. Love each and every one of you. Please keep coming back to the Eye of Jupiter. Don't only like and subscribe, share it with your friends. Go over and find me on all the social media, all the links down below. And remember, we are the Eye. We are aware. Love you all, and have yourself a wonderful night. You have been watching the Eye of Jupiter podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of your favorite interviews. And remember, we are the Eye. We are aware.